Hey, it's Charlene Joan, and you're watching The Music Enthusiast.
Hey guys, it's Gracie from The Music Enthusiast, and today I'm here with Charlene Joan. How are you?
Doing good. Thanks, Gracie. Happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm so happy to have you on here and so happy to be talking to you today.
It's my pleasure. Thanks.
Getting right into the questions, what made you want to get into music?
So I've always been a singer. I've been singing on stages since I was a very little girl. So it's just kind of that thing that I knew that's what I always was, that's what I was gonna do. That's all I wanted to do. So here we are.
I mean, obviously you've loved music for a long time. Do you have a
Yeah.
favorite musical memory?
Um, Probably touring. I've missed touring very much. I think like just being on tour, getting to meet new people and sing for new people, play for new people. Um, that's my favorite thing to do. And everything with COVID, not being able to do that for the last year, or a little bit longer than a year now at this point. Yeah, I'm just excited to get back to it. I'm glad that tours are finally getting announced for the fall. I don't personally have a tour booked at the moment, but I'm excited for when the band can get back out there. So,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what are you most excited for with concerts coming back?
I mean, I'm excited to both attend and play shows again. I think that live music, it's kind of a religious experience. It's there's nothing like it. It's very powerful. I think it's very healing for a lot of people. So I'm just so excited for shows to attend and to play. So
Yeah, for sure. I
yeah.
mean, what has it been like for you kind of starting out in the music industry?
So I I got started with touring. My first tour was 2017, and it was just kind of a last minute opportunity that really came together. A friend of mine was going on tour, and I found out he was touring alone, and so I offered to like come out on tour, and I was just gonna sell some merch and TM a little bit. But my friend knew that I'm an artist, asked if, would you want to play if like the option was there? And I was like, of course I'd want to play. So my friend reached out to all of the promoters, and like was able to get me on an opening slot for his tour package. So my first tour just really kind of like fell into my lap. And, with every tour since then, the band and I have gotten to play much cooler venues and just had really sweet opportunities. Um, yeah, so that's kind of like where I guess I got started. But yeah, I mean, I've always been singing and always been songwriting, and made my debut release in 2018. So yeah.
I mean, what advice do you have for other artists that are trying to get into the music industry?
Yeah, I'd say, just don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Um, Keep making music. You don't have to be in a rush. So you don't have to rush good art, you don't have to rush to put things out. You can take your time with your release and make friends. Just go make good friends. And don't overthink the whole networking thing, because if you just go make good friends, then great things will happen. So,
That's good advice.
thanks.
We found you on TikTok. What was that
Yeah.
like for you, kind of posting on there for the first time?
Yeah, I think TikTok is such a cool app. I I just love that it feels very personal. Like Instagram, there's photos, people get to see whatever you're showing them. But TikTok with videos, I think it's a way more personal thing. And it's been really cool just to like the community on that app, just to be able to post my music, and it's been received so well. And just knowing that TikTok has been a medium for me to keep connecting with new fans and with a new audience, because without touring, I was, kind of feeling like I would be missing out on opportunities to be connecting with people. but TikTok has kind of been a fun place to do that. So yeah, I'm having fun with that app.
Yeah, I mean, your TikToks have been doing really well. Did you expect to get that recognition that you did?
Um, you know, not really, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I was kind of just like, let's see where this goes because I knew that it was the opportunity, like I said, to kind of tap into a new audience and connect with new people and more people. Um, so I started realizing really quickly though how sweet, like especially the music community is on TikTok.
Mhm.
Everybody's super supportive, super encouraging. And I just feel like, yeah, like the atmosphere that's been created on that app is really special. And I think, um, yeah, like it has a unique vibe compared to like Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or all the other social media apps that are out there. Yeah, so I didn't expect it to go as well as it did, but I'm super thankful that it's as awesome as it is. So
Yeah, I mean, I love watching your videos, so
oh,
you're doing
thank
great.
you. Thanks. Means a
Um,
lot to me. Thanks,
yeah,
Gracie.
talking more about you and your music, how do you find inspiration for songs?
A lot of my songs have kind of been written just from my own life experience. I feel like in some pivotal turning points of my life, I have used songwriting to kind of make sense of the things that are happening. So I feel like a lot of like the themes to my music are love, life, faith, grief, and everything in between. My song Dapper Suit is literally just a story about a guy that I met in New York City when I was 20 years old. And when I met him, the things that he said to me felt so imperative. Like I felt like I really needed to hear what he had to say in that season of my life. So after the encounter, I like ran back up to my apartment and wrote the song. And I feel like that's how a lot of my songs have just happened. It was like something happened to me. It felt like it was, maybe a divine moment in my life, and I captured it with song. And that's how I tell stories. So that's
Yeah.
where the inspiration really comes from, just life itself. So,
I mean, have you seen like your music and yourself evolve from when you started to now?
oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like music is something that I feel like I'm growing with every day. Um, so when I was young, like when I was growing up, when I was a kid, I always knew I was a singer, and like people would say, like, "What are you gonna do when you grow up?" And I'd say, "I'm a singer, so I'll be singing." And when I was an adult, I really started like teaching myself instruments, and yeah, growing up, I felt like, well, like my voice is my instrument. And when I was an adult, I kind of realized like, why do I only have to pick one? Why can't I learn them all? Like, why can't we all just be learning new things all the time? So I
Mhm.
think that perspective, the idea of like, I'm always learning, I'm always growing, I'm always working. I It's given me the opportunity to just like see the evolution and the growth as it's happening. But I mean, yeah, and then there's always, growth in numbers and in opportunity. And like, that's kind of like, those are like the statistics, the points that you can point out, like, okay, like this song really did this for, the music and the fans, the community, all of it. So yeah.
Mhm. I mean, do you have any future projects that you could hint at or tell us about?
So I am getting ready to put out some new music, but I think that's always going to be the case, or I hope it will be. Um, and a project that I'm pretty excited about that's coming out in July is a feature I did for my friend's band called Capstan. So that is the next announced release. There are a lot of other things in the works. I have been building up to a debut LP for a long time now. So I can't say exactly when that's going to be available to you, but I will let you know that that is on its way. So
We'll definitely be on the lookout for it.
sounds good. I'm very excited to share it. So
This is more of a fun question for you, but if you could describe yourself and your music in 2 to 3 words, what do you think they would be?
Wow. Wow. Myself and my music in 2 to 3 words. Um, Open, honest, vulnerable.
Okay. Is there a reason?
I just feel like I've always, felt like I'm a very open and honest person. Like what you see is what you get. And my music especially feels like, it's a very vulnerable thing to write about, all kinds of personal experiences and then to play those for people and share that with people. And in a way be talking about it just, through song. Um, but I value vulnerability, just in my personal life too, not just in my music. So yeah, I think open, honest, and vulnerable kind of describe me and my songs. So
Yeah. Do you have any dream collaborations for your future?
whoa, always. Well, of course. It's funny because as soon as you asked that, I feel like the first people that came to mind are like they're already dead. But like
I get that.
But dream collaborations, gosh, I mean I love making music with friends. I love, making music with other people. But I guess like dream celebrity collabs would be like Billie Eilish and Phineas, Ash, Silverstein, uh, Post Malone. Like I don't know. There's so many really cool artists out there making music today. So
I mean, you never know, it could happen.
yeah, we'll see.
My last question for you. Our website's all about up and coming artists. Do you have anyone that you have your eye on that you would want to recommend?
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that are, bands that have been working really hard for a long time, and they're finally gaining a lot of great momentum that they deserve. But my friends in Pulses and with Sales Ahead, those are some two really cool bands that everybody should check out. Um, and let's see, I'm trying to think. There's so many people that I'm like overwhelmed. I'm like, oh, who do I shout out? I want to shout them out. I want to shout all of them out. But I'm from Florida, so I also feel very biased towards, support all the Florida homies. But yeah, The Real You is a really cool band from Gainesville, so you guys can check them out too. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah, we'll definitely check all of them out after this.
yes, yeah, they're good bands all around. So
But
thank you so much, Gracie.
yeah, thank you for doing this interview. It was so great to talk to you.
Yeah, it's been sweet hanging with you, and I just appreciate, the opportunity to share, and thanks for creating a space to do that.